Today's video is sponsored by thedeckofmany.com. My first sponsor, you guys! Yay! Also, this is a part 2 of my previous D&D video, so I'd recommend watching part 1 so you're not wondering what the heck I'm talking about. But if you don't, I get it. You're a rebel. You live on the edge. Okay, so why is there a part 2 to this? You'd think after releasing a Tarrasque, it'd be game over, right? And believe me, we thought that too. We were planning to throw our character sheets into the fire. Till Felix was like, just hold on a second. My group's philosophy for playing D&D is fun trumps rules. So if there's a rule that we all unanimously agree is kind of silly or just doesn't really work, we get rid of it. It's just our interpretation of the game, which is fine. Everybody plays D&D differently, and that just happens to be the way we do it. So we all agreed we wanted to give it another shot and keep this campaign going. We loved our characters and the story that Felix was making, so we weren't going to give up now. We ain't no quitters. To be honest, I didn't think I'd be talking about this anymore, but I think it's interesting and fun. It's all kind of an experiment. So let's have a go at it, right? Okay, so let's establish some things I left out from the previous video. Our team consists of a druid named Gothy, a crystal golem named Gorthan, a spell scale named Julian, and a magical girl named Arena. Yes, we have a magical girl, and yes, she sparkles and everything, and yes, we are blinded every time she transforms. My eyes! Alchemist Quarry is also inhabited by mostly anthropomorphic creatures. It's pretty much Furry Town, which we constantly make fun of Felix for making.
There's a reason they're furries, damn it!
We'll get back to that later. Also, the name of the campaign is called Fool's Gold. It's because at the start of the campaign we were all merchants, which eventually we all became adventurers. Fun fact, the three of us are standing outside of the city, watching this Tarrasque start to decimate buildings and start the apocalypse. Sips is still drunk and eventually is slapped out of it. And now he can see what he did. Well, I'm just gonna go. Nope, we are fixing this. How? I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of made a 700-foot radius of permanent dead magic, and I kind of use magic, so I can't exactly do anything. I could yell at it, but I don't think that's gonna help. The group brainstormed around the table for what seemed like forever, because essentially we're trying to stop the apocalypse. Maybe we could freeze it with a huge amount of freezing potion. Maybe we could, find a genie and wish it gone. Now hear me out. Another Tarrasque. Are you still drunk? In the meantime, the city mages come together and form a circle around the city, slowly dispelling the permanent magic zone. Pretty much the entire time that our group is running around, freaking out, and being useless. Eventually, they dispel the zone, and out comes this woman, this mysterious figure who is very obviously the leader, who brings out 2 followers and a chest. They open up the chest and give her what looks to be shrunken versions of the Tarrasque's hands, feet, and head. It's kind of like those voodoo shrunken head kind of stuff. Creepy. She puts them on and starts to control the Tarrasque using magic, like some kind of crazy puppet master. Extra creepy. Right at that moment when she starts to use the voodoo that she do, all the anthropomorphic NPCs in the town start to freak out. Like they're on fire, but there's no fire. It seems like the magic that she's using is affecting the citizens, but only the furries. And then Sips feels it too, but only in his cursed arm. It's like somebody dipped your arm into acid. Great. Should we deal with that? Nope, this is fine, this is perfect, this is great. Yep. Sips tries to cast sleep on himself to try to get away from the pain, but he fails his concentration check because he feels like he's burning in acid. Gothy quickly shoves a sleeping potion down Sips' throat to make him fall asleep, but he succeeds his save, so his body won't take it and he won't fall asleep. I'm just rolling saves like, go to sleep, damn it, but he keeps succeeding. So while this is happening, all the mages surround this lady and buffs her constitution to double the amount of the Tarrasque. So essentially bumping her HP like a madman. Then she starts to choke herself, which translates to the Tarrasque choking itself. Due to her ridiculous constitution, she is able to outlast it. It's kind of like a holding your breath contest in a way. And essentially, she chokes out the Tarrasque like a boss. So while this is all happening, everybody's just watching and going like, whoa, this is crazy. Whoa, this is so cool. Wow. While Sips is just screaming in agony in the background. She stops the magic. Everybody, including Sips, stops freaking out and feeling like they're gonna die. She then takes off her creepy gear, turns in our direction, and takes a second. Sips? Sips's face of first pain, then relief, then confusion, turns to just pissed. Just a look of pure rage as he is staring down the woman that ruined his life, Kinora. Okay, so I kind of need to let you know a little bit about Sips's backstory for you to know why he looks at this woman like he wants to cast a level 9 spell up her face. Sips is not actually an anthropomorphic monkey or an apeling like some of you guys think, or some other monkey races in D&D. He's just a normal monkey who, when very young, got taken and sold to be an entertainment monkey. Those ones with the little hats and the music box. Not a great look for him. He's just a monkey who hated his life. Till one day, a mysterious figure came up to Sips's owner, Hodge, and asked to buy Sips's hands and feet. Just the hands and feet. You weirdo! So Hodge knocks Sips out, cuts off his hand. Sips wakes up, 'cause you just cut off his hand. Attacks Hodge, 'cause you just cut off his hand, and beelines it out of there to the swamps. He's losing a lot of blood, and he becomes lost. Then lo and behold, guess who shows up? Boom boom, mysterious figure who wanted his hands and feet 'cause they're creepy. Which turns out to be, boom boom, Kinora. She offers to help him. I mean, he's a monkey. He has no idea what's going on, what this woman is saying, so he's gonna die if he doesn't accept. So he's like, okay. She takes him back to her house, essentially a voodoo shack. She's a witch doctor who's bat crazy. Puts him on a table and helps him, emphasis on help, by attaching a very special, a very cursed, magical crocodile hand onto his vacant stump of a right arm. At that moment, so much magic and energy flows through him that he becomes awakened. So for anybody who doesn't know how the awaken spell works, it pretty much just means that you become conscious or sentient. So monkey ain't no stupid monkey anymore. He understands. And Kinora's like, cool, now we can replace some other things. Nope, this witch is crazy, I'm out. Sips attacks Kinora and nopes right out of there. So from there on, he just traveled and slowly became Sips. So you can get why he stares at this woman with the rage of 1,000 suns. But I'm gonna leave it here for a part 3 because the video is getting a bit long. I'm not really sure how you guys are gonna react to this video, but I had fun making it, so I'm happy. I will also be putting out an animated story video in between these, probably, unless the urge hits me to just keep going with part 3 like right away. So you probably won't get part 3 until September. Anyway, thanks for watching, and this video was sponsored by thedeckofmany.com. They make convenient reference cards for 5th edition D&D of monsters, NPCs, conditions, a lot of really cool stuff. As a DM, I can clearly see why these would be a godsend. So link in the description.